Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. To law enforcement agencies, one of the most dangerous criminals is the unpredictable armed beginner. Because he is always nervous, often frightened, his comparatively minor crimes frequently explode into crimes of major violence. Such an explosion occurred 6 weeks ago when Joe Tully, with his wife Gloria, attempted what appeared to be a simple holdup of a service station.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Highway Patrol, Sergeant Williams. Oh, where, Mr. Larkin? I see. And when was that?
Now, just now. A young guy wearing a brown suit. He had a girl with him. They got away in a blue four-door sedan.
Did you get the license number? All right, Mr. Larkin, if you'll wait there, an officer will be right out. Thank you.
What's going on?
The owner of a filling station 2 miles out of Woodhaven was just shot.
Robbery?
Yeah, a man and a woman. Here's the descriptions.
How's it stand now?
Well, the station's right here. I'm ordering roadblocks here, here, and here.
Well, we'll plug the gaps on the way out. Get out an APB. We'll be in touch with you.
All this for what? For peanuts.
Why'd you have to shoot him, Joe?
I had to. I told you it was either him or me.
What if he's dead?
Will you stop it? The worst part about it is that I was seen. The guy that I bumped into got a real good look at me. And at the car.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. I gotta think.
I knew him pretty well, Mr. Matthews. He'd never let anybody push him around.
Yeah, I know the morgue is full of that type. You say a girl was driving?
I just got a glimpse. She looked about, 22, blonde hair and a yellow sweater.
You think you know for sure what you saw in the car?
Oh, absolutely. That gunman looked right at me when he bumped into me.
Did you get any part of the license number?
No, sir.
Let's go over the car again. You're sure it was a blue sedan? Is there anything else you can remember?
Well, yeah. They had a little cup, little gold cup, like you win in a golf tournament, hanging on the rear view mirror. It was about so big.
Oh, yeah, I know the kinds you mean. All right, thanks, Mr. Larkin. We'll be in touch with you.
Yes, sir.
Find anything?
Nothing. No footprints or tire prints back there.
All right, Ken, let's go. I want to get the newspapers on the air right away.
Okay, stand by for the corner call when he gets here.
All right.
Thought I heard a siren. We were lucky to get back here, you know.
That's why I pick places close to town, like the gas station. It's not gonna help much this time.
You don't think they're gonna come here?
They're gonna be looking for the car. It's the only way they can identify us. They're not gonna quit. If they don't find it in the streets, they're gonna search this whole area, house by house. And that lousy garage door won't even close.
Joe, they don't know my car. Let's get out of here.
Be hunted for the rest of our lives. All they have to do is find the car. And then they'll find us. How far are we going to get on $100? Our only chance is to get rid of the car. Then we're in the clear.
What if they got the license number?
If they had, they would have been here before now. Think straight, huh? Frank. How about Frank?
Oh, he wouldn't help us, Joe. He's too honest anyway. Can we burn the car? Can we soak it in gas and burn it?
No. For the same reason we can't sell it or paint it or dump it in a lake someplace. If one person saw the car and got suspicious, they'd trace us down by the serial numbers.
But you said that a welder could lift those numbers right off.
Off the motor, off the motor. There's others hidden inside that only the cops in the factory know about.
But look, if it works with a stolen car, why won't it work here?
Gloria, this is no handy-handy car heist. If that guy dies, we both end up in the death house. Frank. I keep coming back to Frank. With that big precipice, it'd be so simple. Once that thing gets through with the car, there'd be nothing left to trace.
Is there any chance that he'd help us, Joe?
He's my own brother. But... well, at least he won't turn us into the cops for asking him.
Try it, Joe. Call him.
No. No, I could talk him into it a lot better face to face. Change clothes. Now run down to Colby and I'll see him. Take your car.
But if he says okay, how are you going to get your car past the roadblocks?
You'll have to bring it.
Me? Alone?
Now, wait. Here's how we'll work it. Now, we both got street maps in the cars. On the way down, I'll walk every roadblock, and every back road that's clear. Then I'll call you.
And I mark it on mine.
Right. It'll be a cinch. You know exactly where you're going before you leave. Okay. It's gonna be risky. But we got no choice. Get the street maps? Okay.
Call 4018. Tell him to go to Evansville Junction. Let me know when he's in position.
I've got the descriptions in the newscast. Somebody will spot him.
These characters are smart. They figure the car's our only lead. Well, if we find it, we can identify him. If we don't, we're in the soup.
You know, they may figure we didn't get that license number.
That gives them plenty of time. They can stall. They can alter the car, get a paint job.
Well, we're covering all the body and paint shops. The only two lakes they can dump in are both reservoirs, and they're being watched.
And the used car lots and the wrecking yards, they're being watched too. What's that leave us?
Not much. You know, I still think if I were in their spot, I'd try a quick paint job. That's the easy way.
I don't know. They're hot. Paint job would cost a lot of money.
Well, the guy could rent a spray gun and try to do the job himself.
That could be. Let's check it.
I see your identification, please. Okay.
Where's the next one?
About a mile down the road.
What are you doing here? You're liable to get your hands dirty.
That's a heck of a way to talk to your own kid brother after 2 long years.
What do you want, Joe?
Advice. Shall we go inside? Hey, the press is really great, Frank. How long does it take you to give a car the full treatment?
2 or 3 minutes to run through the press. What do you want to talk about, Joe?
How long does it take you to strip it down? You know, before you stick it in the press.
2 or 3 hours.
Hey, $50 says that you can't do it anywhere near that time, Frank.
Play games with your flashy friends, Joe. What do you want to talk about?
Wait a minute, Frank. Now, look, I'm serious. About getting into the car, I mean.
What car?
Just a car. It's mine.
What color is it?
Well, what difference does that make, Frank?
Answer me. Is it a blue 4-door?
How'd you find out?
The cops were here. Look for a blue 4-door, they said. It belongs to a guy who held up a filling station and shot the owner. That was you, Joe.
I didn't mean to do it, Frank. Honest, I didn't.
You've been saying that all your life, Joey.
Sorry. Don't lecture me, Frank, please. Learn my lesson, believe me. Frankie, please help me. Just one more time.
If the cops don't find that car, they'll come back.
Not for a while, Frank. And by that time, there's not going to be anything left.
He's taking an awful chance.
Frankie, nobody's ever going to know. Please, Frank, if that guy dies, they're going to kill me.
It's already dead.
While Dan Matthews and men of the Highway Patrol combed the blocked-off area for any sign of the car that would identify the killer, Joe Tully already was successfully implementing his plan for the car's complete obliteration.
Hello? Joe?
It's okay, Gloria. Frank says he'll do it. Now look, first roadblock is on the boulevard. It's between Walcott and Bayside. Get on Clooney Road, and you got it made. There's no roadblocks there. Now go as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Well, if that blue sedan's in this area, it's liable to stay the same color anyway.
Let's see here. Yeah, we've got roadblocks on all the roads and highways leading out of town. I got a feeling they're still around in here someplace.
Well, they won't try to sit tight.
Won't hurt to squeeze them a little bit. Let's start closing in the roadblocks.
How about this south side? That's a hash of back trails.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's go over to Clooney Road. 2150 to headquarters.
As the Highway Patrol continued its relentless search, Gloria Tully was at the moment carefully working her way through the maze of roadblocks in her desperate effort to reach her husband, Joe.
How's it going?
Nothing so far. How's Clooney Road?
It's open. Get over there right away.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Ken. Let's get back.
Where is she? The longer we wait, the riskier this gets.
She'll be here, Frank. Cops have got roadblocks up. Look, she's just being careful.
What happens if she gets stopped?
She won't be.
Yeah? Listen, I've gambled everything I got on you, Joey. I don't like having to depend on Gloria this way.
Frank, she's here. What took you so long?
I had an awful time, Joe.
You weren't followed, were you?
No.
Come on, Joe, come on. Let's get this out of sight. Back there where we can work on it.
Give me those reports you're not working on. Thanks. Ken, how many units checking these?
3, but more calls are coming in as more people get the news.
You get that, will you?
Highway Patrol, Sergeant Williams. Oh, yes, ma'am? When was that? Oh, I see. Thanks very much. This looks like the one, but there's a big hitch. She spotted a car almost an hour ago. Just about hit her when she crossed the street.
What was she waiting for, rain?
No, she just heard a newscast. Lives over on Maple Avenue.
Maple Avenue. Yeah, that's on the south side.
Everything seems to tally except the color of the coat the girl was wearing.
That figures. Well, she must have taken a back road in there someplace.
That must have been about the time we were there.
Let's take it from the top. Suppose she got biased.
Well, she'd have to come out, well, either here or over here. That'd mean the roadblocks either Evansville or Paxton would catch her.
Yeah, that's a little more than 50 miles. She'd have hit one of them by now. What's in between there?
Well, not much but farmland. There's some heavy industry at Colby, and there's some auto wreckers along that highway.
Yeah, the big wreckers, too. If they ever get that car into a press, we'll never find it.
And we've warned all those auto wreckers. You think they'd take a chance?
Well, money talks. Let's check those yards again. Here, have Dennis meet us.
Why's Gloria still here?
Waiting for me?
Get her out of here. We got enough trouble on our hands.
Are you finished?
Not quite. Frank's got a bad case of the jitters.
Well, look, so have I.
Okay, but Frank is nervous because of you being here. Look, why don't you hop in your car and go someplace else for now, huh?
Oh, no, Joe, I don't want to be alone anymore. Come with me, please.
No, I'm going to stay right here until I see my car go through that press. After that, Frank could break a leg for all I care, but until then, I'm going to stay here and baby him. So get going. Going!
While two desperate people raced against the pressure of time, the Highway Patrol, anticipating the criminal's need to destroy the car, set out to once again search and comb each and every auto wrecker in the area, looking for any clue to a blue four-door sedan.
No car, no registration slip.
Yeah. Okay, Joe. Now I'm going to give you some advice.
Oh, skip it, Frank.
I took a big chance to help you because I... Cops, get out!
There's 2 or 3 blue ones around here. Let's check them. Hey, Ken, come here. Take a look at this. Hey, Mac, come here. What does this one look like before it hit the press?
How would I know? I do 100 of these a day. I can't keep track of all these old heaps. What are you looking for?
The officers that were here before told you what we're looking for. You being cute?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's this doing here?
How would I know?
Why were you in such a particular hurry to get rid of this one?
I wasn't. Why should I be?
Trying to get it out of sight.
Don't be ridiculous.
Look, you know and I know that 2 hours ago this was a brand new car. Who's the owner?
I don't have any idea.
Who hired you?
Nobody.
Mac, we're looking for a killer. You're in deep. Don't get in any deeper. I'm going to give you a choice. You can tell me here at headquarters. Who's the owner and where is he?
Right behind you. Don't move. The hand on the gun. Get it off! When he moves, I'll blow you in two. Those for you too, Frank. All right. Real slow now. Drop the guns. Check the wires out of the car and bust the radio. And turn our car around so we can get out of here fast. Go on! All right. Back off.
My brother. He's had that coming for years.
Where you're going, you'll have plenty of time to explain that to him. See Highway Patrol next week. Until then, remember,
Leave your blood at the Red Cross or your community blood bank, not on the highway. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
The laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Among crimes faced by peace officers everywhere is the mean crime of the confidence man who preys on the older, retired people with a small income. The confidence man rarely deals in murder, but on May 15th, the Highway Patrol was puzzled by an unusual case. Its solution would answer the question, when is a murder not a murder?
Well, hello, Mr. Gale.
Oh, hello, Fields. Matty tells me you want your money back, Gus.
That's right, Mr. Gale. I've been thinking. I've been talking to some people.
You know you weren't supposed to talk about the company.
Oh, I didn't say anything. But you told me I could get my money back any time I wanted it. And that $5,000 is all that I've got, besides my little farm.
Give him his money back, Paul. You shouldn't have taken him in on it in the first place.
I tell you what, Gus. I got a deal coming up in the morning. Before the day's out, we can double our money. What do you say to that?
Oh, just give me my money back. The people I was talking to said it sounded like a racket and that I should go to the police.
You sure you didn't talk about us, Gus?
Oh, I give you my word.
Your word's good enough for me, Gus. Come out back and I'll give you the cash. Right back here, Gus.
Why should I come out here for?
So you had to turn troublemaker. Now I'm going to show you what can happen to you in case you decide to go to the cops. Just shut up now. Get his money, Matty. Okay, Mr. Fields. Here's your money. Now pick it up and get out.
Paul, are you sure he's all right?
Sure, I hardly hit him.
Paul, he's dead. You've killed him.
Hardly hit him.
What are we going to do now?
We can't leave him here. Look, go out front and take care of the customers. I'll get him out of here. Now, just give me a few minutes, huh? And then meet me at the office. Take the money out of the safe.
secure in the false hope that Gus's body would not be found for several days, Paul Gale did not reckon with the always alert Highway Patrol and its constant vigilance along the highways throughout the nation. An alert Highway Patrol officer on a routine run of the area's back roads spotted a hat, Gus Field's hat, that Paul Gale, in his haste to cover up his crime, had inadvertently left near the road just in view of the observant officer. Thus it was that the body of Gus Fields was found, putting into action the wheels of justice with a speed that was to confuse our criminals.
What happened?
I got rid of him. There's nothing to worry about.
The police are going to come to the restaurant. I know they are.
Now, keep your head and there'll be no problem. You hid the money, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least safe here. Police might shake down your place.
Why'd you have to kill him?
All I did was hit him.
I know, but all you had to do was give him back his money.
I didn't. Now we have an extra 5,000.
What am I going to tell the police when they come?
Just tell them what a nice guy Gus was, how he came into the place, what he ate, period.
Paul, you're not going to go on with this racket.
Of course. Look, this is a good racket. The investors are really coming to me now.
But how long are you going to be able to give them 100% on their investments?
As long as the new suckers keep giving me money to pay the others off. When we get a couple of $100,000, we'll pull out and leave the state.
I don't know, Paul. I don't know.
Now, look, what are you worried about an old guy like Gus Fields for? Who's going to miss him? Well, let's go, huh?
Thought this report would bring you in, Dan.
Cause of death, heart failure.
Contributing causes, a blow on the chin, bruises, contusions on the back of the head.
You think somebody belted him?
It's logical. When he fell, he hit the back of his head. But the cause of death was cardiac failure.
Well, why did they dump him on the side of the highway?
Well, they hit him, saw that he was dead, and they panicked because they thought they killed him.
It's the same thing as murder. The blow brought on the heart attack.
We'll leave that up to the jury. Right now, we got to find out who hit Gus and why.
Well, a lot of people knew Gus Fields and liked him. Might be tough digging out a reason for this.
Yeah, it's always tough. Anybody question the hired hand yet?
No, not yet, but he's out at the farm. Lang stopped and told him Gus was dead.
Okay, we'll start there.
Hi, Matty.
Hello, Mike.
Why would anyone want to hurt Gus?
Did the highway patrol say he was murdered?
Yeah, somebody threw him out of a car. Gus never hurt anybody.
What are you going to do with yourself now, Mike? You know you can't work for Gus anymore.
Oh, at first I thought I'd move on. But then I changed my mind.
How come?
I'm going to stick around and find out who killed Gus.
Well, you know, if you need any money to go anywhere, you can count on me, Mike.
Oh, you're the best, Matty. But I'm going to see if I can help the police.
You know, it makes me kind of nervous being here all alone, and I could sure use some help if you wanted to work for me. And then if you came across anything suspicious, you could tell me about it.
Gee, you're swell, Matty. Don't worry about the dough, my meals, and I can sleep in back.
All right, Gus. You go get your things.
Okay, Matty. What are you guys doing here?
All right, take it easy. I'm Matthews, Highway Patrol.
Are you Mike Purdom?
Yes, sir.
I know, you didn't know who we were. Where you been, Mike?
Down at Maddie's. She runs a restaurant right down the road. Gus
We
and I
want to take a
used
look around, do you mind?
Not at all.
See what you can dig up, kid. Do you know any reason why this should have happened?
No. No reason. Nobody could get mad at Gus.
Oh, what about his friends?
Oh, he had lots of friends.
Gus carry much money with him?
No, he was a careful man. But he had money in the bank. He used to worry about whether it'd last. This farm never made more than its keep. And the dough he paid me.
Hey, take a look at this.
Yeah, he had $5,000 in the bank up to 5 days ago.
Any idea what he did with $5,000, Mike?
He never said anything about that to me. I know he wouldn't take any money out of the bank. He was a very careful man.
What about this restaurant? You say the owner was friendly with Gus.
Oh, Maddie, she's a nice lady. She's going to give me a job at the restaurant. That's why I came back here to pack my things.
How'd that happen?
Well, I was out of work, and since Gus is dead, and I thought I'd leave town, and she said she could find a place for me.
Take you long to get your stuff together?
Nope.
All right, we'll drive you to Maddie's.
Okay.
Well, Ken, we got a motive. Now we got to find out what guy wanted the $5,000 bad enough to give him a going over.
Yeah, maybe the bank asked him some questions. Sometimes they get a little worried when a depositor withdraws an account of that size.
Especially when the depositor's a nice guy like Gus Fields. All right, I know what you're thinking. We'll keep Mike covered, but I'll make you bet he didn't do it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. $21.50 to headquarters.
Headquarters by?
Have one of the boys check the city bank. See why Gus Fields drew out $5,000. 10-4?
10-4.
Hello? Paul, it's me. Looks like I'm going to have company pretty soon. The police are watching the place.
Well, look, Maddie, we expected it. There's nothing to worry about. Well, look, they've got nothing to work on.
I don't care. I just want to get out of here now. Let's leave now.
Well, maybe you're right. I'll drop over to your place in a little while.
Hurry, Paul.
Waiting while headquarters gathered more pertinent information, Dan Matthews and Ken Williams chatted amiably with old Mike Purdom, testing him, satisfying themselves that he was not the killer of Gus Fields, not knowing that an anxious and worried Matty was feeling the first real pangs of fear, a fear caught by the sharp con man, Paul Gale.
Well, headquarters checked the bank. Seems Fields found a way to double his money, or thought he did.
Sure. I'd like to find a way to do that.
Me too.
Hi. Hi, Mike.
I'm back, Matty.
I see you got a ride.
Yeah, I sure did. Hitchhiked. I'll fix a spot in the kitchen to sleep.
All right, Mike. And while you're there, you know there's some dishes you might get started on.
Gee, I'm gonna like working here, Matty. And so would Gus. Thanks a lot.
Paul Gale, with the con man's brass and bluff, flaunted the police to sit in with Matty in case of questioning, in case of Matty's breakdown, in case he had to use his gun. Matthews and Williams waited for more information from the headquarters check before questioning a very worried Matty.
What's he doing here?
I hired him. I thought maybe Gus might have talked to him. Paul, look out there.
Look, if they come in here, they're just digging for information. Checking on everybody that might know Gus. Better fix me something to eat.
I hope they don't come in here, because I'm scared.
Don't worry. If they come too close, I got a gun, too.
A frightened Matty and a now trigger-happy Gale waited tensely for the two police officers. And in an ironic circumstance, Matthews, in turn, had no idea he was only a few feet from the man he was hunting.
I'm Matthews, Highway Patrol.
Oh, yes, I was expecting the police.
You're a good friend of Gus Fields, aren't you?
Well, he came in here.
Was he in this morning?
Gee, I was awfully busy. I can't really be sure.
Can you remember if there was someone with him?
Honest, I'm not even sure he came in.
Gus used to tell you a lot of things. Did he ever mention any investments?
Investments? Gus?
Hey, drew all of his money out of the bank. Invested it in something they said would give him a return of 100% on his money in 60 days.
100% profit? Oh, boy, I'd like a deal like that.
Check, please.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who was the guy just left here?
Paul Gale.
What does he do?
Oh, I don't really know. He comes in here. I guess he's got a business of some kind. I make it a point never to know too much about my customers.
Okay, thanks. Something's going on in there.
Yeah, she sure was nervous.
What do you know about this Gale?
Oh, nothing. But his office must be near here. He walked from the restaurant.
Looks to me like she didn't want him to leave. She was scared the way she kept looking after him. Then there was that satchel behind the counter.
What do you want to do?
You stay here and keep an eye on her. I'm going to check Gale's office.
Hello.
Hello, Matty. How'd it go?
Oh, fine. They just left. Where are you?
I'm at a phone booth. I can't cuff for you now. There's a cop across the street planted in the car.
Why would they put a stake out here? I didn't tell them anything.
Didn't tell him about me, did you?
Well, the big one asked who you were, that's all.
That's all. Look, the money's in the satchel. Now watch it very carefully. I'll sit tight and I'll get in touch with you later.
Well, Matty's still inside. Did you find Gale?
He had an office there, all right, but he's gone. The office is cleaned out.
Looks like we found something.
Let's go talk to Matty again. Maybe she can tell us more than she did. Where'd Gale go?
Well, I don't know. I told you when a customer leaves here, that's it.
I think you do know, because you're in this con game with him.
You're kidding.
Matty, we think whoever's heading this swing is the person that killed Gus. You don't involve
Paul, don't.
Shut up, Matty. They'll let me out of here, I'll kill you. They'll let me out.
What are you gonna do, Gail? Kill everything you see? Come on, get smart, give up!
I told you, throw out your guns and put your hands up.
Did he kill Gus, Mr. Matthews?
Yeah, I killed Gus. In about 3 seconds, I'll kill Matty unless you let me walk out of here.
Gus thought you were his friend, Mr. Gale. Why did you kill him?
Let me out of him.
Get up! Stay under cover!
All right, you smart cop. Make your decision or I'll let her have it.
Do what he says, Ken. You keep an eye on these two. I'll send for an ambulance. Oh, by the way, Fields died of a heart attack.
I hope you'll be with us next week. Until then, remember, no matter how new, the safest device in your car is you. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. In waging its constant battle against crime, the Highway Patrol, like all law enforcement agencies, is sometimes hampered in emergencies by private citizens. One such emergency occurred last November, involving a hold-up man who had attempted the robbery of a country bank. He was known to the police as Ellis Colton, a brutal, cold-blooded killer. There were rewards totaling $10,000 for information leading to his capture, dead or alive.
Colton's car, all right. Take a look down here. Blood.
Well, the bank guard said he thought he got him in the leg.
Right over there, skid marks. Came in here, then cut right back to the highway.
I guess Colton figured we'd only be looking for this car.
Get on the horn. Have a couple of boys check this area right away.
Right. Headquarters is sending out 2 units right away.
Well, we're not having any luck. Any word from the roadblocks?
Haven't seen him.
You know this territory. Where do you think he'd try and go?
Well, that's hard to say. A lot of side roads running off the highway. That'd be the best thing he could do now, take one of the side roads.
Have the word spread to the farmers. They can be a great help, especially for a $10,000 reward.
2110 to headquarters. 2110 to headquarters.
You been in the barn, Edna?
Not since last night. Why?
Somebody knocked over that box of tools on the bench. Found them all over the floor.
Probably the dog. She sometimes goes to sleep in there. Did you look around for her?
No, but I'd better. Wouldn't want her to ruin those new preserves of yours.
Find her?
It's not the dog. Somebody's hiding in the barn.
Hiding?
Must be a tramp. He's hurt. Blood all over the place. Where's my rifle?
It's in the... Oh, John.
Oh, honey, I'm not going to hurt him. Just want to get him out of the place.
Are you sure it's only a tramp?
Well, who else could it be?
On the news a little while ago, there was a bulletin about an attempted bank holdup at Arverne.
So?
A gangster named Colton. He got away. He was wounded in the leg.
It could be the same guy.
They said he's a killer, John. There's a $10,000 reward for him.
$10,000. Boy, he must be public enemy number 1.
Call the highway patrol.
Yeah, you bet. Edna? Are you sure about that reward, the amount, I mean?
The announcer repeated it a couple of times. $10,000.
Sure hate to see that kind of money go to somebody else.
What are you talking about? Oh, no. You're not thinking of trying for that reward yourself.
Why not?
I told you why not. He's a killer. You wouldn't have a chance against him.
Oh, I wouldn't try it alone. I wouldn't even think about it, but if I had some help. Like George and Vance. They'd be glad to help for a share. I just hope that guy's still in the barn.
No, John, no. Forget it. Call the patrol. This is their job. They'll know what to do.
Oh, sure. They arrest him, and for that, they collect $10,000.
You'd probably get a share for phoning in the information about him, wouldn't you?
Like what? 50, $100? No, thanks. This guy's in my barn. I'm entitled to first crack at him.
I won't let you. The money isn't worth it.
Isn't it? Even a third of $10,000 is more cash money than we've seen since we got married. I could buy you a lot of things you've been wanting.
I don't want anything that bad. Not when you're going after a man who's a killer.
There's nothing to worry about. With Vance and George, well, we outnumber him 3-1. All we do is arrest him and call in the highway patrol. There's nothing to it.
While the foolhardy farmers were preparing to break into the barn, Matthews and Officer Larrabee were combing the nearby woods in search of a clue that would lead them to Colton.
Anybody live around here?
There's a farm up the road, John Albin and his wife, a couple of other farms a ways up.
Colton's hiding out here someplace. Let's see if they've seen anything.
How would you guys like to earn $3,000 apiece?
We're going to hold up a bank or something?
Yeah, much better. Strictly lawful. You hear about that escaped killer over in Auburn this morning?
Colton? Yeah, what about him?
He's hiding in my barn.
You're kidding. You sure, John?
I saw him. He's hiding in the back and he's wounded.
Hey, they got a reward out for him.
That's what I'm talking about. There's $10,000. Now all we got to do is capture him, then call in the highway patrol. You guys with me?
Equal shares?
I'm not greedy. $300 is enough for me for 5 minutes' work, right, George?
Well, now, wait a minute. Didn't the radio say he killed a man? Now, I've got a family to think about.
Yeah, but he's wounded. He's probably passed out by now. And don't forget, there's 3 of us.
As far as I'm concerned, John, you and I can do the job together. We'll split the reward 50-50. Now, wait a minute, Vance. I didn't say I wouldn't join in. What's your plan?
To tell the truth, so far I haven't got one.
If we want to keep from getting shot up, we better start thinking about it right now. Then it's agreed. We all go up to the barn and break right in.
Let's go. It's a highway patrol.
Oh, no.
You two stay and watch the barn. I'll go in the house. Hi, Dennis, come in.
Albin, this is Albin. This is Mr. Matthews, Mr. and Mrs. Albin.
How you doing, Mr. Matthews?
Glad to know you. Sorry to bother you people, but we need a little help. We're looking for a guy named Colton. He robbed a bank this afternoon.
Yeah, we heard the news. You figure he's around here?
I don't know. That's why we're in the area.
Well, Ed and I haven't seen a soul, have we? I've been out in the field working all morning myself.
Mind if we take a look around outside?
Oh, no. Go right ahead.
Okay, thanks. That's your gun?
Yeah, Mr. Matthews. I thought I'd keep it handy since we heard that radio broadcast.
Do me a favor. Don't mess with Colton.
You can depend on that.
More blood in the floorboard. It's Colton's second car, all right.
Looks as if we finally got lucky. I'll call for help. We'll cut off this whole area. The bad leg, he's not going to get far here.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Okay, go ahead. I'll take a look around.
Right.
I meant every word of it, John. If you go through with
I can't
this...
back out now, Edna. You'll see. That's going to happen. We'll have him out of there and tied up in 1 minute flat. They're waiting for me.
You finally ready?
Yeah.
Now, the way I figure it, we gotta rush him. Now, George, you come from the left. John, you come from the right. I'll head straight for the door and we'll meet there.
Well, that'll put us out in the open. He can take a pot shot at any one of us.
I figure he's passed out by now.
And maybe he hasn't. Maybe he's watching us right now, ready to blast away.
That's a chance we gotta take. I think John's right. Now, if you're chicken, George, get out of here. Clear out and go home.
All right, let's go.
Watch the board!
Find anything?
No, not a thing. Had he been in the woods, he'd have left a trail. I didn't find anything.
We've got 6 units on the way. Colton can't be far.
Yeah, well, that figures. Cut out around in here someplace. It's the Albin farm right over there. I'm going over and check. You wait for the boys. Spread them out, huh?
Right.
This isn't enough. We've got to call the doctor.
It's not that bad. I'll be okay.
I'm going to call the patrol.
No. We'll still get him.
How? He'll kill all of us.
No, you won't. I'll burn the barn down if I have to. That guy Matthews. Here, cover the table. Oh, Mr. Matthews.
Everything all right around here?
Sure. Why wouldn't it be?
I've got to tell you something, Mr.
You think he's around here?
I don't know. What were we going to say, Mrs. Albin?
Oh, she's glad you're back. She's getting a little nervous.
Nervous about what? Go on. What were we going to say?
Just what John said.
The men have started to search the woods.
The woods, huh? We'll join them in a couple of minutes. What happened to the other guy?
Oh, George, he went home.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Just chewing the fat.
Just chewing the fat. Who shot you?
I'm okay.
I'll tell you the truth, Mr. Matthews.
Shut up.
I won't shut up.
Let her tell it.
Colton's hiding in our barn.
Why didn't you call the police?
It was the reward money. They're afraid they won't collect it if your men capture him.
All right, I'll tell you what I want you to do. See this window? Keep away from it. We'll take it from here. All right, come on, let's go.
Oh, my, glad you're here. Looked like Colton was going to come out.
I told you about these guns. Get out of here, will you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'll cover you, and then you cover me. All right, Colton, come on out. You haven't got a chance.
I can't come out. I've got a bad leg. I'm back here on the floor.
Throw your gun up.
It's on the floor. I can't reach it. Come in and get me. I surrender. I won't try anything. I swear it. Just get me to a doctor. I've lost a lot of blood.
you take over, huh?
We heard the shooting. Did you get him?
It's Matthews. I'm at the Albin farm. We got Colton. Get an ambulance here right away, will you? Right.
Moffat got us over, Mr. Matthews. Even if you fellows get the reward. The way you walked in that barn, you earned it.
Let me tell you something, mister. No law enforcement officer ever gets a reward. That's in line of duty. That's our job. Oh, by the way, Mrs. Albin, can I tell you one thing? You got yourself $10,000 for the information you gave us. Spend it, huh? Don't give it to these guys. Just spend it. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, if you care to drive, drive with care. This is Bradley Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Ways of striking it rich. Some do it with a prospector's pick, some with a gun. But Asa McQueen's strike on March 14th was an exception. It was an unusual discovery. Paper. But a special kind of paper. Large denomination bills in United States currency.
Did you hear about the Cronins? Mary Sims tells me
You told me that last time you were in. And about the Bruners, too.
Why, it's Asa McQueen, Mr. Deadbeat himself. Coming here for credit?
No more credit for him. Told him that last time he was in. Hello, beautiful. Now, I told you once, Asa.
You want money? Let's see if I've got a dime. I struck it. Look there, Charlie. $100 bills. Now, you act respectful. You're talking to a rich man. How much do I owe you, Charlie, my boy? 100? We'll take another. I'm doing some buying today.
Thank you, Asa. Thank you. Just name anything you want.
Oh.
I knew you'd hit it someday, Asa. I've told everybody that you would.
Now, you run down and get my landlady. Bring Maggie up here. Toot sweet.
I always had good words for you, Asa. Just you ask Charlie.
What was it, Asa? Gold strike? You sell out? Between old friends. Come on, Asa. Where was it?
Will you tell my landlady to wait here? I'm going down to the bank and pay off my loan.
Yes, Mrs. Brown. That escrow should be through next week.
Hang up. Important customers here.
Oh, may I call you back, Miss Brown? Thank you.
That's better. I think I have a small loan here, about $300.
Yes, Asa, just a moment. I'll call and get the paper for the
Oh, you
correct
don't
amount.
have to bother. I know it's only $300. And if there's anything left, you can keep it yourself. For past favors to Asa McQueen.
Asa, where'd you get all this money? How much have you there?
I've got plenty here and plenty more where this came from. Where I got it is my little secret. But I'll give you a tip. I haven't been digging those hills for nothing all these years.
But you mine for gold, not for currency. Have you made a strike and sold out for cash?
Well, let's say I made a strike and it resulted in cash. Mark me paid off on the books, will you?
Just a minute, Asa. You're carrying a lot of money. Won't you let me deposit it for you?
Ed, done. You helped me in the past. And later on, I may let you do all my banking for me. But right now, I want to keep my money where I can feel it and see it and spend it wherever I want.
Asa, wait!
Listed as stolen only. A dark green coupe. Right rear window broken.
Highway Patrol, Matthews. All right, hold on a second, will you? Who's this talking? E.L. Dunn, manager, Folkestone Bank. All right, go ahead, please. All right, get me the Acme file, will you? Right away, it's right on top. Say they're all $100 bills? Let me have the serial numbers. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, they all match. Who brought the money in? Asa McQueen, what's his standing in Folkestone? Why don't you keep it quiet? I'll be there in about 20 minutes. Thanks. Contact the FBI. Tell them some of the Acme money showed up in Folkestone.
Yes, sir.
Got a lead? He's a prospect here, but I don't think he's a suspect. We have 4 leads. Here they are. Any one of them in Folkestone, we're off and running. Let's go.
This is the Highway Patrol, District 12. We have a report on the serial numbers of the $100 bills taken in the Acme armed car robbery on June the 17th.
Hello, Maggie.
Asa, what did you want with me?
If that fits, I'll get you some more.
Oh, this one's a plenty. I'm only your landlady.
I'll buy you a dozen dresses. Asa McQueen don't forget who fed him when he was hungry, nursed him when he's sick. And I got some plans if you mind your P's and Q's, old woman.
Don't you call me old woman, you old dog, you.
Rich old dog. And there's more where this came from.
You're going awful fast. Are you sure of your ground?
I found what I found on my claim. My own property. I spent 40 years of thirst and aches and blisters. I worked them hills hard. And now they paid me what they owe me.
I ain't saying you don't deserve it. I'm saying be careful.
Why, Meg?
Oh, don't think I got designs on you because you got money in your pocket. It's just that, well, a woman gets used to even a mangy old cur dog hanging around.
I might buy you a collar for that old dog. Think it over, woman.
Mr. Dunn, I'm Dan Matthews, Highway Patrol.
How do you do?
How are you, sir? One of my boys are checking with your tellers. I hope you don't mind.
No, not at all. But Asa didn't talk to a teller. He brought the money directly to me. There the bill.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's part of the armored car job, all right. How long have you known McQueen?
Oh, about 20 years, I guess. He was here when I came with the bank.
Has he ever had this kind of money before?
Mr. Matthews, the only time that I ever knew Asa to have a couple of $100 in a lump sum was right after he'd come in and borrowed it from the bank. He has nothing.
Well, he struck something big this time. How did he explain the $100 bills instead of gold?
Nothing. He seemed very excited and very evasive. He left the money on the desk and practically run out of the office. I got to wondering. So I checked these bills against the stolen currency list, and then I called your office.
Tell me, has McQueen been away for any length of time in the past month?
Oh, he goes up into the hills frequently for long periods. Look, these bills are stolen, and Asa's carrying a lot more of them. But I'm positive that he's not involved in any robbery.
Well, I can't be as positive as you are. Armored car was held up. Those bills are part of the loot. McQueen brought him to you. I think that involves him just a little, don't you? Mr. Dunn, take a look at these. You seen these men around Folkestone?
All strange faces to me.
Do you know where McQueen lives?
Yes, he lives at Maggie's boarding house when he's in town. It's a few blocks down the street. You can't miss it.
Oh, by the way, I had my office call the FBI. I gave them your name. They're going to take it from here as far as the money's concerned.
You'll find McQueen an interesting old fellow, Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, if we find him, I'm sure he's going to be interesting. Thanks very much, Mr. Dunn.
Quite all right.
The location of currency bearing serial numbers listed as stolen is often the first step in solving large-scale robberies. But mere possession of such currency is no crime. It must be traced to the criminal. However, in a small town, news travels fast, and the criminal is given valuable time in which to hide his tracks and avoid capture.
Miss Hammond?
Yes?
Highway Patrol.
Oh, come in, please.
Thank you. We hear that Asa McQueen lives here.
Not here right now. I left him down at Charlie's eating place.
Expect him back very soon?
Hard to say. He's celebrating. Is anything wrong?
Have you seen any of these men around Folkestone lately?
This is probably silly, but this looks something like Jesse's star boarder, the Osborne boy. First time he's been back to Folkestone since... must have been 1938 when he left. And Jesse says he just sits in his room there.
Brownie Osborne.
Mr. Armored Truck himself.
Thank you very much, Miss Hammond.
Oh, you're welcome.
I think Brownie's working with McQueen.
Now, the way he's spending that money, he must have stumbled over it.
Could be fatal.
Yeah. Let's pick up McQueen. I don't want Brownie to get to him first.
The police were here looking for you.
The police?
Yes, and I know why they were here, Asa. It wasn't because you made a plain, ordinary mining strike.
All right, I found the money. Tin box crammed with it. But I found it hidden on my legal, registered claim, and it's mine.
Well, why don't you tell the police that?
Oh, no. Them hills paid me off for 40 years of looking. And no fancy talk's gonna get it away from me.
Where are you going, Asa?
I'm going down to the claim and pick up the rest of the money. Then I'm going where they can't find me. I'm gonna live in style, old woman. I might even send for you.
I like it here.
Go on. Have it your way.
Oh, he's a fine man. First thing off, he asked asked me to fetch his landlady. Keeping a rooming house myself, that strikes near home, don't you think? Yeah. I have a good notion to invite him to stay here. Nothing against Maggie, understand? But this is nicer.
What kind of a dump is this? For $10 a week, I gotta listen to your yakety-yak?
I'll call you back later. Kemper, we've got something to be excited about in your old hometown today.
Yeah, what happened? An airplane flyover?
Oh, no, indeed. One of our men discovered a mine.
Well, bully for Folkestone.
I saw him myself, just as he came into town. $100 bills. New ones, a whole fistful of them.
You see notes? Who? Come on, who?
Asa McQueen, old Asa. Lives over at Maggie's.
He sold his find, huh? Is that where he got the money?
He's very mysterious about the whole thing. No one knows where it is, what kind of ore he struck. Nothing.
Yeah. I've been thinking of doing a little prospecting myself. Maybe I ought to talk to him.
Asa's gone back up to his find, and nobody knows where it is.
The criminal has found that there is more to robbery than the mere taking of the valuables. If the property is identifiable, it must be either transported to a distant jurisdiction or concealed until the crime is forgotten. However remote and clever the hiding place, it is sometimes discovered. And there is no criminal more vicious than the one who is protecting the proceeds of his illegal labor. The Highway Patrol did not find Brownie Osborne at Jesse's boarding house.
Miss Fry? Jesse Fry?
Yes, I'm Jessie. Are you looking for a room?
No, I'm Dan Matthews, Highway Patrol. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Highway Patrol? What's wrong? I haven't done anything.
It's not about you, Miss Fry. May I come in?
Yes, please do. My goodness. So much excitement in one day. First Asa McQueen, and now you. That's it. You're looking for Asa McQueen. I knew when I saw him this morning with those $100 bills, he couldn't have come by them honestly. And I said to myself...
Would you mind answering a few questions for me?
But of course not. Won't you sit down?
No, thank you. That's all right.
Now, what do you want to know about Asa?
Well, we're not interested in Asa McQueen at the moment. I'd like to know if you have a boarder here with the name of Osborne, Brownie Osborne.
Yes, he's been here a few weeks now. A strange man, Mr. Matthews.
Is this him?
Yes, but he looks older now.
Is he here?
Not now. I heard him go. You always hear that boy go, slamming doors all the time, shouting to people to keep quiet. Not a good boarder, an unhappy boy, Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, I can well imagine. You know where he went?
No. Well, he did say something about doing some prospecting, probably because Asa struck it rich. I'll bet that Osborne boy's in trouble. That's why you're here. Am I right, Mr. Matthews?
Somebody might be in trouble. Now, if Osborne comes back, I want you to leave the house without his knowing it and call the Highway Patrol right away.
I certainly will, Mr. Matthews. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thanks very much.
I must call Elsie right away.
I don't know where he is, and what's more, I don't care.
Any hint at all what this claim might be?
He'll find out there's more to a piece of soul than eating and dressing fancy.
You're sure you have no idea what the claim is?
Why are you folks so interested in Asa?
We checked Jesse's boarding house. Osborne's not there. We think he's looking for McQueen. We also think McQueen stumbled on some of the money from the robbery, $90,000 of it. The man that stole it killed to get it. He's not adverse to killing to keep it.
But not Asa. Why don't you catch that Osborne boy?
Miss Hammond, there's 1,000 square miles of mountain up there.
I don't know where the claim is. I never meddled in Asa's business. It's just a claim.
His claim? Is it recorded?
Yes. He made a point of that.
On the radio right now. County seat claims office.
The county mining claims file revealed that Asa McQueen had registered a location in the Devil's Creek Canyon area 2 years before. A check with patrol headquarters showed no units deployed in the vicinity.
We got 4 possibles whose MO fits the armored car job, right?
That's right.
It's been nearly 9 months since the bag robbery. It doesn't seem likely they'd sit around a town like Folkestone that long.
Yeah, that's the trouble. Robbery took place a long ways from Folkestone. Now, the heist man wouldn't figure we'd look for him in a small town. But once he gets to Folkestone, a small town like this, he'd attract attention. Unless he tried to prove himself legitimate. You check those points on the map carefully. I wish one of us knew this country better.
Well, the map's pretty clear. I don't think we'll have any trouble.
I wish we could say the same for the prospector. If Osborne is after him, well, the poor old guy probably went back for his money. He's gonna wind up with a bag full of lead.
Maybe Osborne didn't take out after him. Maybe he left town.
After waiting this long for the money? For the prospector's sake, I hope you're right. See, it'll be about a mile northeast if the claim marker's accurate.
I'll come out. Do you hear me? I'll come out. Hold your fire.
Sounds like the shot came from over there.
Go on.
There's the old man.
That's rifle fire. The guy doesn't pick us off.
The old man moved. He's still alive.
Let's see if we can make it to him.
Who you kidding, cops? I got you at range.
It's his leg. See what you can do for him.
Smart, aren't you? Where you going from there?
Seen better cover myself.
We're not going to do any good when we get within pistol range. He's got a lot of ammo, too. How's he doing?
He needs attention bad.
He's out of sight. We'll be outflanked any minute. He'll keep moving back and forth. It's just a matter of time till he gets a clear shot at us. I can't tell
Tell which angle he'll flank us from next. Let me have your 6-incher. Way out of range. I'll try it again. About 5 feet high and 2 feet upwind.
Close.
Lucky. This range, you can go 3 feet either side.
We can drop one on him.
Dreamer. At least we got him to pull his head in for a second. All right, reload. Look, you see if you can pin him down. I'll try and get within pistol range.
Too risky. My first shot doesn't make him duck, he'll pick you off.
What are we going to do, wait for the cavalry to come and rescue us? No, aim 5 over and 2 up. Correct as you see him hit.
Look, why don't you cover me? I'm younger, maybe faster.
I'm old enough to be scared. That makes me just as fast. Go ahead. Drop it, Brownie. Feel like moving?
I'm just lying here thinking, what's the point in going back? Bought all that stuff. I owe more money than I ever pay.
I don't think they'll press you for the few hundred you spent.
Seek, and you shall find. I've done my seeking, mister. Where's my find?
Well, that all depends on what a man's looking for.
Bullet in my leg? My age, I can't make it back to the hills anymore. I gotta stay in Folkestone.
Well, why don't you look there?
Folkestone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I might register my next claim there.
See the Highway Patrol in action again next week. Until then, remember, leave blood at the Red Cross, not on the highway. This is Broderick Crawford saying see you next week.